welcome to another episode of Vet in a Van. Just playing Nullabor golf, as you do, still. We're almost done. This episode, we finished the long crossing on the Nullabor, and then we get to Norseman, and then from Norseman we go down south to Esperance on the WA or southern WA coast. And then from there we've got found this awesome little free camp in between Cape Legrand and Cape Arid. And yeah, we've pretty much just been hanging out there, just day tripping all around the area. So let's get into it. We are in WA. We finally got over the border last night. There's a little free camp just down by the old telegraph station in Euclid, just as you come across the border.
Hello.
Yeah, so we're gonna do some serious Ks at 7 o'clock in the morning, WA time. So it's actually 2.5 hours difference. So it's actually like 9:30. So we've used this as an excuse to get on the road and really punch it towards either Kalgoorlie or Esperance. We haven't decided yet, just because Toby's birthday's coming up, and we don't want to spend Toby's birthday at a rest stop on the Nullabor. So we're gonna try and get some good Ks done today. But we've got a few games of golf to play first, so let's rock and roll. Tell you what, so we've been going for about a bit over 5 hours. We've done just over 350 Ks, and we're now ready to hit 90 miles of straight road. So, big day, biggest day of driving yet on the trip. Kids are doing well though. Look, they've had their iPads and they've had a bit of Minecraft, but we've got some educational stuff, trying to get some schoolwork done in the car too. So yeah, we are going to try and punch all the way through to Norseman. So I've just had another coffee and a Red Bull and just spend the whole day driving and try and reward ourselves when we get to Norseman by having a pub meal, if we make it. Yeah, ready? Longest straight road photo! Western Australia on the Nullabor. Big day of driving. Heading towards Norseman.
And we had to go.
Woohoo!
Yay.
Okay. Whoa. Here we are at Norseman. I didn't do an update last night because we were stuffed, absolutely stuffed. Yesterday we went all the way from pretty much the SA border to Norseman. So that's about 700 or so Ks. 700 Ks, 10 hours and 7 holes of Nullabor golf. So yeah, the kids were good and we just pumped it along. It was actually pretty good. I feel a bit stuffed now because it was like 30 degrees last night. It was just hot, so we haven't had a lot of sleep, and I think I had too much coffee yesterday. And but anyway, we're going to Esperance now, and then down into a little free camp, about sort of 40 minutes towards Cape Arid. So we're just hanging to get back to the beach. So So, and then, yeah, we're going to do nothing for a couple of days just to chill out, recover. Because the kids are still waking up. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning now. The kids are still waking up at like 5 because they haven't got used to the time. Yeah, we're going to bed at we're going to bed at normal time. So we're just basically losing 2 hours sleep. So that'll probably be good fun in the car today. Norseman though, we'll come back here on the way back up to Kalgoorlie. But we dropped in at the Norseman pub last night. Mate, good palmers, good beer, good palmers, good vibe. Set out in the beer garden. I'll tell you what, that beer tasted so good after 10 hours in the car. And then, yeah, just came back to the van, just sort of zonked out. But anyway, hopefully next shot will be of a beautiful beach. Okay, so we've pumped it all the way past Esperance and dragged the van in through that, which was interesting. In fact, I'll show you the footage now. Now I need to get this side flush against there, don't I?
Yeah.
So we got that coming out.
So you could even go forwards a little bit more
Yeah,
to line up those wheels a bit more.
The less I turn, the better.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you don't have much swing space.
So I don't know if that's textbook execution, but works nonetheless. But yeah, we have found our little slice of paradise because we got the van in here. All the tyres were down to about 20 psi all round, and it only just got in. So I think any heavier and you'd be in all kinds of trouble. But we've just come up here, and I'll show you what we've got. Up our little track, our own little private. Oh, hello. Oh, check it out, man. Our own little slice of absolute paradise. So, yeah, we'll probably. Oh, sorry, my man, you okay? I had a child underneath me. You right? You going down the beach? Okay, we'll come down in 2 secs. Yeah, so probably stay here for a while and just explore. We've got Cape Legrand to one side and Cape Arid to, Cape Arid National Park, Cape Legrand National Park on either side of us, so it's stuck right in the middle here. It's the most beautiful spot, one of the awesomest spots we've probably ever camped at. We're full of food, full of water, full of everything, so we might just use this as a base for the next probably week or two. You know, in here, this is our own little cool cubby space for the kids, and they've just been playing around in here, and they've got another little cubby up through there as well, and yeah, can't complain. Had worse. Might go for a swim. Okay, kicking it in downtown Esperance. So we've peeled ourselves away from our little escape on the beach and we've come into Esperance for the day. So yeah, we're just gonna cruise around. Obviously had to get rid of some rubbish to jump on, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we just do a bit of touristy stuff while we're here, I think. So yeah, time to explore Esperance. This is all about bad life choices. Here we go. Oh God. Whoa. Holy dog. Well, I'll tell you what, you got to give it to Esperance. They've certainly constructed the place well. This little foreshore walk has got all the history, like the pirates and the sealers and the various issues with different jetties and all that kind of stuff. So you can you walk along the foreshore and it sort of tells a story as you go, and the kids can cruise around and there's all just little exciting things to see and do. So yeah, it's well worth just a little meander on a lovely day. And I'll tell you what, the grass, mate, whoever looks after this grass, I haven't seen grass like this in months. Is that bad? I don't know. Anyway, moving on. So the national parks in WA are around $15 to enter for a vehicle, but there's $120 annual pass. So this is the first national park that we've gone into since we've come into WA. And we've just got one of the $120 passes, so what's that, 8 or so, or less, 6, I don't know, great maths. but it's worth it because it gives you access to all of the parks in WA for 12 months. So rather than $15 each time, that's you and the caravan as well if you're bringing the van in, which you may or may not do. So there you go. Yeah, we're going to keep on exploring. Bit of a lunch break and a leg stretch. Man, look at this. This is amazing. It's windy, but it's just arid, Cape Arid. It's just as far as the eye can see, and there's not a soul. I mean, obviously some other cars have been through here, but this beach just seems to go on forever and ever. And just this rugged surf coastline. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look, as far as the eye can see, there's just beach in one direction and beach in the other direction. That's just stunning. As at Cape Arid and Cape LeGrand, there's campsites dotted all the way through here. It's first come, first served, pay on site. But well, we've checked them out and they're not as good as the one that we're in. So, you know, might just day trip. We'll check out LeGrand, we'll check out some other ones along here. But we'll probably stay put where we are for now because it's pretty perfect. So you got to love these government national parks because they take safety to like the nth degree. Like this is supposed to be four-wheel drive only. And I swear to God, man, you could get a Kia Carnival in here. But anyway, check this out for our trail risk area, which looks like you could drive a car down. But anyway, so what do we got, Toby?
Toby, can you explain the risks?
What are the risks? Killer bees.
Yeah.
Slippery rocks.
Slippery rocks. Slippery rocks.
Watch out for fishermen getting washed off the rocks and waves that will eat you.
Right. It's you.
Danger. I tell you what, whew, we're living on the edge here, bro. This is crazy. All right, guys, let's do it. Watch out for killer bees. You can, yep. So they're pretty serious. So there's obviously the fishing off the rocks here is pretty red hot. There's a few people fishing down here, but they've got bolts in the rocks that you can harness yourself to. So yeah, I've never seen that before. But obviously, you know, a big wave comes wash off, and you're on your bolt, so you don't get washed into the ocean and drowned. I guess that's a good thing. Or maybe you just get onto like your mega like 2 meter flatty and he just tries to drag you into the ocean. maybe not. Anyway. Okay, Frenchman's Peak walk, 262 metres in Cape Le Grand National Park. So it shouldn't be that difficult. We've got the kids with us though, so anything can happen. It says it's 3 hours, but then people have like crossed that out in half an hour and like 40 minutes, 20 minutes, and so I think we'll be fine. But hey, looks pretty cool. So like the granite we've seen the whole way across the southern coast of Australia, this is all formed the same way 1.2 billion years ago when the earth was cooling. Tiny crystals of quartz and various other things all joined together to form this granite. And as early as 40 million years ago, when obviously the sea level was a bit higher, we were probably 150 metres underwater. And so a lot of the erosion at the very top of this little mini hike here is caused by the waves crashing against the top of the rocks. And it's a pretty interesting thought to think that all of this land that you see behind me was all underwater, except for some of these are the highest granite peaks just popping out 40 million years ago. It's pretty cool. In WA, 280 metres up, 262. Awesome. Cape Le Grand. Think you can chop the whole thing down with your chainsaw?
Yeah.
Well, that would be pretty amazing. Yeah. So we are now directly underneath the top where we were just before, and you can see the ocean has carved out this huge just hole right through the middle of the granite. And it's just beautiful. The wind just cuts through here, so I don't know how well you can hear me, but standing underneath thousands of tons of rock that just seems to be just this big hole. And obviously the view out is very impressive. And so here we are, the very picturesque Lucky Bay. You can see the colour of that water is unbelievable, but like everywhere along this coast, it's still windy. And this is the one where the caravan, well, the Lucky Bay campgrounds are booked out for like the next 6 months. I don't know, we got a couple of days booked in, but we don't know if we're going to stick around because the place that we're at is, you know, probably just as good. But with like no people, so the colour of the water here is pretty amazing. So we'll probably go for a swim and have some lunch and then maybe keep on looking around some other beaches. But yeah, there you go, Lucky Bay. One of the interesting things about Lucky Bay that we realised is this sand, you dig down and like there's the first layer is this green here, which is like an algae, and then you sort of dig a bit deeper and you kind of get red, which is really, really weird. And then, yeah, you just keep on going and it goes back down to the white sand. So there's got to be some kind of like, I don't know, algae thing going on. I'm not entirely sure, but looks pretty cool.